Scorpio, these are your March horoscopes 2014 for anyone who have their ascendant, sun or moon in Scorpio. And always check at least your ascendant sign because it's astrologically the most correct one. And in March, and especially in March and April as well, and even May, you might have a bit more expenses coming to you. And it doesn't have to be something negative, but it might be just maybe you're spending on a holiday, or you're spending on yourself, on your clothes or something. You might have the need to escape somehow through spending, and or just going to cinemas, going on holidays, and basically channeling your energy in some kind of escapism activities, which doesn't have to be negative. It doesn't have another escapism activities which are negative is alcohol, is getting drunk, is avoiding your responsibilities, and this is the negative way it can backfire for a couple of months while Mars is retrograde in your 12th house. But there is a positive way for you to develop this retrograde movement of Mars in your 12th house, and that is basically through giving. If you do it consciously, if you give consciously, the universe doesn't take away. Your subconscious doesn't push you to be so, to spend so much, or doesn't create some extra expenses for you. Because and Mars is the planet of solving problems, of helping, basically putting energy into something. And 12th house is the house of giving and charity. So if you go and consciously help a friend fix something in their house, or help them relocate, or help them, it's something of a bit more practical nature, help them fix their bike, or just give them somehow more time, and if you focus this intentionally and you do something for other people in March and in April, so this continues to be a topic, then the universe is not going to take from you forcefully, and you have somehow a bit more of a control over your spendings. So I'm just warning you this. I'm giving you an easy escape route which you can kind of overcome a little bit faith. But otherwise, be conscious of those ability to, this tendency to spend a bit more. Or you might be asked to invest something long term, which will not be giving results for a while, And especially because also Rahu, the planet of developments, goes into your 12th house, and it's going to be there for 1.5 years. And whatever Rahu is, this is where we develop that house a lot. And 12th house, on a material practical level, is either spending, so a lot of you will be spending a bit more than normal for 1.5 years, and it might be for holidays, it might be for travel, it might be for things that you pamper yourself, but the positive way is that you can develop your ability to give, and you can develop for 1.5 years, and you can develop your you can develop more healthy escapism mechanisms when Rahu is in the 12th house. But first of all, what happens is that the unhealthy escapism tendencies will come up. So you can restructure them. Maybe you start feeling like drinking more. You start feeling like not fulfilling your responsibility so much. You might start feeling detached from your work and wanting to escape in fantasy world. Or instead of going to the gym, just watching TV, just some kind of initially the first few months of Rahu in your 12th house can usually develop you in the negative side escapism tendencies. And when the longer Rahu continues to be in 12th house, within 1.5 years, you develop some healthy methods of escapism and of letting go and relaxing. Some of you might develop for the next 1.5 years meditation, might develop maybe listening to music, might develop some spiritual way of escapism. Artistic. 12th house is the imagination, the subconscious. A lot of you will start having a very vivid and clear dreams, and might feel like sleeping longer, might feel like not so much connected to fulfilling your worldly responsibilities, but connected to escapism for 1.5 years. And maybe you need that because Saturn has been in your sign for such a long time now, for 1 year, 1.5 years. And Saturn is the planet of hard work, and it's in your sign, Scorpios. So Saturn put a lot of demands on you, and put a lot of hard work and a lot of obligations to you, and you might be feeling a bit overwhelmed. And now Rahu will teach you how to take care of your soul in a healthy way for next 1.5 years. But before that, the negative tendencies of escapism can crop up, still though, Saturn is turning retrograde in your sign now from March, Scorpios. So you will be, especially for those of you it will slow things down a little bit when it's turning retrograde in your sign. And especially for those of you who are born from around the 14th till the 17th of November, 14, 15, 16, 17, or who have their ascendant or moon at 22, 23, and 24 degrees in Scorpio, they might feel like a total slowdown in their life. Like something is blocked because Saturn stops moving, becomes stationary, and starts moving backwards over those degrees in March. So all of a sudden there is blockages, there is some kind of things, you're being demanded to give much more and you're not seeing the results. And the results will start coming. You're just asked to carry on, plow through, do your responsibilities, and not succumb too much to those escapism, negative escapism tendency, develop healthy tendencies to deal with all those demands and pressure on you that Saturn is pushing. And when Saturn turns direct towards the end of the spring or sometime in the summer, I think, then you start seeing the results of this hard work that Saturn was demanding from you, is going to demand for you to do in the next few months, you know, March, April, May, June as well. And you start seeing, for instance, maybe you started a new company and you have to, now things slow down, it's not moving as quickly as possible, or you're starting some new beginning in your life and it's just, you feel like you're putting so much effort and no return back when Saturn is retrograde. But this is the time for revising, for working harder. And after that, when it starts moving forward, this is when the results start coming to you business-wise. You know, in your life, just start moving forward. You see positive results. And so it might be a tough time. It might be a tough time, but Rahu in the 12th house will help you deal with it and help you somehow learn how to escape and to relax in a more healthy way. What is happening? Jupiter is in your 9th house turning direct. So some of you, if you've been waiting for visas or to make some trip, maybe finally it's going to happen for you. Or 9th house event affairs, higher studies, university, learning something. So some of you might start seeing the results of some studies that they've been making, some course, some you know, maybe some spiritual course they've done as well. Things start becoming clearer to them and they're having a clearer understanding of where they're supposed to go when Jupiter starts moving in the 9th house directly. And there might be, if there was some complications with father figures or some kind of teacher figures in your life, they'll start improving now. Or maybe the condition of your father wasn't so healthy or something like that. When Jupiter moves forward in your 9th house, things start improving dramatically in regards to those 9th house figures. And at the same time, Venus is in your 4th house. So it's very quick transit, but there will be something good, positive to you with your family, something good coming to you in regards to your family or property. You might buy some beautiful new couch for your property, or paint the walls, decorate something more pleasantly, or you just might have very lovely times. Your biggest source of joy in March will be relaxing at the comfort of your home, being in your home environment, being surrounded with your closest and nearest, dearest people. So this is for you, Scorpios. It's an interesting month ahead. Watch out expenses, try and give more to others. Demand still, Saturn turns retrograde in your sign, so you'll be asked to work harder than other times, but also find healthy ways of escapism and relaxing. Thank you.